Good morning, everyone. It's meteorologist Terry Swails, and this is your morning weather briefing. And it is June 10th, a Tuesday. Geez, just a lame day out there. I had to put on a little Bruce Springsteen this morning to get me fired up and moving into the day. No sunshine, that's for sure. A lot of rain showers around. We're going to keep the cool temperatures the rest of the day. So here's what's going on weather-wise. As you can see, there's a nice fetch of moisture coming up from the Gulf of Mexico there on the satellite imagery. That moisture is being pulled into a low pressure that's working its way across Missouri, and that'll see to it that we have our clouds and rain right on into the rest of tonight. Now, so far, the precipitation has not been overly heavy, and it's been confined to the area north and west of the low pressure, which is now down to the south of us in Missouri. So that moisture kind of wrapping around that is pulling that precipitation up into northern Illinois and back into parts of eastern Iowa and Missouri. Not everybody in my immediate area has seen the rain just yet, and the heaviest so far has been just to the southeast of the Quad Cities. We've been expecting that. As far as the rain totals go up to now, you can see you really got to get down towards the Galesburg area, a little bit south of there, to see the heavier amounts. Right here in the Quad Cities, I don't think we've even seen 1/10 of an inch so far. But the rain will be persistent around here, and we will add up a little bit more as this thing works its way onto the northeast. What I'm showing you here is a simulated radar, and this is at noon today, and you can see that big band of rain extends from about Chicago right back through the Quad Cities and then towards Kansas City, and then we'll bump this out to this evening at 7 o'clock. And you notice at that time some of the rains have kind of fallen apart off to the northwest, a little dry air getting entrained there, and the heavier thunderstorms and most concentrated energy is tightening up a little bit. So it's closer to the center of the low, which is now down in central Illinois, probably not too far away from Springfield. And then finally we go to tomorrow morning. Still got some scattered showers rotating around the actual storm system, but they're starting to weaken a little bit. And then we'll take this all the way out until tomorrow evening, and at that point the rain has shifted off to the east into the Great Lakes states, well east of Chicago, or just getting east of Chicago, and back through eastern Iowa and western Illinois. Things have dried out. The next front already showing up to the northwest, bringing a few showers towards northwestern Iowa, maybe an isolated thunderstorm there, and that'll be our next weather maker, which quickly comes on across the area later Wednesday night and early on Thursday. Now, the next thing I'm going to show you here is the temperatures. And with all the clouds today and the rain that's falling in some spots, readings have just not been moving out there. And look at this. This is showing highs only around 60 to 65 degrees over much of eastern Iowa and western Illinois. Those temperatures are way below normal by about 15, maybe even 20 degrees in some spots. So this is a pretty chilly air mass for this time of year, and we get to thank the rain and the clouds for all of that. Speaking of the clouds, this is a simulated radar, and it shows how the clouds are going to be thick in here as we go through the rest of the night and into tomorrow. Kind of a neat product here. It actually simulates where the clouds will be. But here's the good news. As we're going to tomorrow afternoon, we're starting to see some breaks in the clouds. Should bust out a little bit of sunshine around the area, at least later on in the day. I don't know just how much. It might not be a lot, but it'll brighten things up a little bit. And this time of year, any solar insolation is going to warm those temperatures up quickly, and so we should get our highs back in the mid-70s tomorrow if everything goes according to plan. And by then, of course, the rain will be out of here. But it sure looks to me like much of our area should end up with around 1/4 to 1/2 inch of rain. Some local spots southeast of the Quad Cities, perhaps a little bit more than that. So a damp, dreary day, that's for sure, and we'll see if we can improve things for you a little bit later on tomorrow. That is your weather briefing for this morning. You're watching tswails.com. Thanks for visiting, and as I always say, roll weather.